What's up, guys and gals, and welcome back to the Nerd Castle for another episode of Hairy Little Buggers. My name is Splattercat, and I'm just gonna play this game. I don't know. I like it. I think it's fun. And yes, it is quite explicit. It is quite ridiculously explicit. I'll be honest with you, it is not a game that is for children. But it is a game that's funny, and it is a game as an adult that I'm allowed to play. So, I'm an adult. I get to do this. Hooray for me. What are we going to use this space for? This space is going to be storage, so that you guys can just have, like, non-stop stuff over here. And then we're just going to train militia from now on. I need to get us... The goblins are going to be here in 8 seconds? Holy shit. That's, pretty gnarly. We've got a lot of goblins coming in. Let me get all my militiamen up here. The queen is now safe. You guys bum rush this shitty little goblin over here. Please don't do what you're about to do. Or you can do what you're about to do. I don't know. Everybody go over here and mess this goblin up then. Go ahead and take care of him. Are you guys, like, on separate, like, triggers or something? Or, like, what's going on here? Oh, we lost one right there. We lost one. Unfortunately, he lost his little battle. But he won that one, so that's cool. You know, we got to keep the population down every now and again. We got more babies over here anyways, so it'll probably turn out okay. Stock room, yeah, let's get a stock room moving. I'm gonna kind of beefcake this one out for a second. Beefcake. There it is. So we've got our little storeroom, and then in order to make this work, we're going to need a ton of these right here. And so I think when I do that right there, I think I can designate this later. Drop a blueprint, and the drop file will always ensure that the blueprint of that type is on this tile. Yeah. I think that's what I want. So what I'll do is I'll start getting the stuff together so that the miners are always mining and they're always taking care of business and they always have the things that they're going to need in order to get their job done. And then the next thing we're going to need to do is we're going to have to go up to this layer and we're going to have to get a ton of limestone. So I'm just going to future-proof our limestone supply for right now. Just tons of limestone. So there it is. We'll get lots of limestone. From there we'll make sure that he is always producing limestone blocks. So there it is. Lots and lots of limestone blocks. Perfect. There's a baby that's on top of a pedestal. They're putting that baby on a pedestal. And I think it's going to affect him in his later life. I really do. I think it's going to affect him. I don't know how many iron bars we have, but we're definitely going to need more militiamen. We got enough iron bars right there to make one more militiaman. So let's go ahead and I'll make a chainmail. I'll make a spear. And then I will make a militiaman right there. Because we've got a little bit of time in between this and the next attack to keep ourselves alive. And so we should see our miners spring on up and start doing the stuff they're supposed to be doing. They're continuing to poop all over the place. That's cool. This entire area, I assume, just smells terrible all the time. And there's not a whole lot that I can do about that. With all the blocks we're going to have available on this side, it's going to look good. We'll get like 2 more of these. We will get some more coal because I do think we are going to need more coal in order to make this all work. We'll get another bar right there. Just a couple of them. Just trying to make sure that we got the stuff that we need. We got a baby all grown up right there and getting things done. And so our little chiseling guy over here, I don't want to call him a chiseler because I think that's a bad name for somebody from like the 1800s. We have another militia, so let's get them all rallied up to the surface. These goblins aren't even cold yet. Hopefully they will be soon. And so there's our militiamen right there. It seems like keeping them amassed actually makes things a little bit better. The king's down here. These stockpiles are not... No, do not do that. Absolutely do not do that. You guys gather. Oh, please don't. They're going to do it anyways. That's fine. They don't listen very well. And so he's making some more bars on this side, dropping them fat bars. Sounds good to me. And then we will take those bars and we will make yet another militia, man. Basically, everybody is going in. We're dwarves, man. We're militaristic, all right? Everybody, we got to have a vanguard of the willing. A coalition of killers before we can truly get this done properly. I think we are going to need extra dormitory space at some point, too. Although, I'm going to let that remain for exploration, how we're going to get that done before too long, because I don't know. We'll get a few more iron bars in here. It looks like they are indeed using limestone blocks to get stuff done down there. We will continue to have him do that. And once these are done... Oh, you drop a blueprint on top of that. Okay, gotcha. I get it now. The wording was not bad, but I just had to read it to make sure that I knew what I was doing there. Do this. Do this. And we will keep at all times... a limestone ore right there, a limestone ore right there, coal, we will keep iron, in decent supply. And from there, we will keep a chainmail right there and a spear right there no matter what. And we've got iron bars. We'll make a couple of those too. Our workers, our miners are going to be like around the clock from now on. But that's good. That looks like they're actually doing the thing that I wanted them to do. That is going to increase the amount of like movement we're going to have to do in order to get things finished off. But that does automate the process slightly. And I'm just going to keep making this larger until we have everything we need on this layer. Like, that's pretty much all that I care about. We'll put a lantern in here eventually. I can't have piles of dirt in here, which is unfortunate. So that's going to disable a lot of the work. We've got goblin raiders coming in pretty soon. Did I ever end up... Okay, so we got 4 militia. This is the first time that I'm actively starting to feel a little bit better about what we're trying to... I'm starting to feel a little bit safer. Not like super safe, but safer. Safer. If you wanted to put a little bit of extra fanaticism on it instead of fanaticism. And we are going to make this just the stockpile to end all stockpiles. It might also be wise to make some stairs up over here somewhere. Maybe on this side over here, and then we'll just build to it to kind of give them faster throughput so that it gets finished faster. Do we have everything we need down in the stockpile? They haven't cleaned up the dirt yet, but we do have a lot of stuff over here. I will line up a few more of these. Basically, we're going to have a couple stones for like every good that we need in order to get things done. The iron bars are finished off. That guy's carrying a spear, which is great. That's perfect. We've basically got a big project in front of us, and because we have a military advantage for right now, I want to get it done while it's still available. Perfect. We'll take this back up, and I need a ton of limestone so we can continue to make blocks. There we go. A little bit more limestone. I'm glad there is a way to automate the process because I was getting worried about dragging and dropping all this stuff. It seems like that's only like an early game concern, and then once you have your first stockpile made, they'll just kind of maintain all the items that you need them to maintain. I'll probably put a pickaxe down in here so that I can promote any class whenever I want to promote any class. Just lots of stuff like that. We'll put you right there. I wonder if there's a way... If I hold down shift, I wish there was a way to clone these so I don't have to drag and drop every single one. But I suppose once the job is finished off, we're not going to have to worry about it too much anyways. It'll just be done. I'm going to put a stairwell right there, so I'm not going to put a block on that spot. But there's going to be a stairwell right here that I presume will come up like right here somewhere. And then we'll connect that, and they'll have lots of ways to get around. Ooh, dwarfy, I love your ways every day, yeah, yeah. I want to be with you night and day. Alright, so you guys go over here and whoop on these cats first. There you go. Yeah. Oh, he's been stabbed. He's now dead. We had 5 militia, now we have 4 militia. Hopefully none of these guys are like the Bujitsu Brown of goblins, because if they are, it's going to be bad for us. It's going to be bad for us. Our next dwarfs, we got 200 cycles until the next wave comes in. Let's go ahead and try and use that time accordingly. I'm also missing one of these right here. Obviously, that means we're going to try... Oh, they're having sex again. It's kind of weird how they just, like, do it in the dirt right there. I mean, I guess if you need it, you need it, I suppose, but I don't know. Let's get some more iron ore. There we go. Iron ore. Let's get some more coal, because we want to make sure... Oops, that's not what I wanted. We want to make sure that we've got enough objects to get our militia all nice and built up and strong. And so there we go. I would also like iron bars. They're kind of working on that project down there, and until they get it done, things are going to be a little grindy for us, unfortunately. So there it is. And there it is. All right. So that's all the jobs they need to get done for right now. He's still hacking away at stone blocks, trying to get those done. We've got those set up. We've got 2 more down here, one for an armor and one for a shield. I'm going to say that my next guy, which is probably this baby dwarf right here, is going to be a replacement militia to get us moving again. That's going to be our final population guy. Somebody pooped in the middle of the floor. I'm thinking we need toilets on every level, maybe. So we'll put like a latrine over here somewhere. I'll probably put a secondary dormitory right there as well. Yeah, we'll put a toilet right there, and we'll put a toilet right there. And that should be cool. These guys are working in the dark right now, which is not acceptable. So we will put in a light right there. Looks good. So a couple more of these are ready to be designated. We've got iron ore right there. We've got coal ore. We've got slabs. Let's go ahead and make a couple of these blocks so that we've got the blocks we need in order to do stuff. On this side over here, I will probably make these... Let's make these bars, I guess, because I think that's the last thing in our production. Then everything else will kind of make a mishmash of objects that make our lives a tiny bit easier. He loves his pickaxe. That's not the only thing you love, man. You've been loving just about everything down here in the dirt. I'll be honest with you. You guys just cannot keep your willies out of the cookie jar. This is going to be a big old dormitory over here, because I would like this to be the last one that I ever build before we go any further into the game. Miners are not getting a lot of mining done right now. That's okay, because there are little things to get finished off otherwise, and we've already got enough stockpiled stuff in order to make sure that we've got access to... We've already got enough stuff stockpiled to ensure... Well, kind of. These guys have been digging for a while, so I guess I'm wrong right there. I guess I'm wrong, but we're going to call this another dormitory over here. We don't have a nursery. I think a nursery would be a good plan, too. We do have some extra space down here, so maybe we'll put some babies in that area. For our dormitory... It's up at the top, my bad. I lost that one right there. So we'll take a dormitory, and we are just going to expand this out as far as we can. We've got a little bit of time until we get attacked again, until we catch a little bit more Gabodaka. So there it is. Perfect. That's all taken care of. Jobs are getting done. Things are getting moved around. People are building. Stuff is happening. I feel good about all this. I feel good. I will make this a iron ore. I will make this one a limestone slab. I will make that one another charcoal. I will make that one another charcoal. I will make this one another block. And, like, yeah, I can organize this later and change things around. But for right now, just kind of want to get the things done that are going to get done. And we'll worry about the other stuff later on. And there's a little bit of iron ore right there that needs to be moved around. Nobody's stockpiling the lantern just yet. I was hoping the little guy with the hammer was going to make it happen, but he didn't. We've got 5 militiamen up here, right? Or do we have somebody walking around who has no job? Give me another militiaman. I don't know if he's going to make it up there in 40-something seconds, but we need it. We need it very badly. I would love to have... Oh, we've got 2 dwarves with no jobs that are just acting as carriers for right now. Okay. It's just like we've got a lot of work going right now, and until that work gets done, we've got problems. And so... They haven't even made the chainmail, though. That's the other problem we're looking at, is that the chainmail hasn't even been completed. I think what a terrible place is a pub with no beer. I will put in a toilet over here. I call that a latrine first. So there's a privy. And come on, need another turd bucket. There we go, another honey bucket over here. So there's another honey bucket. We will take toilets and we will drop those. I think toilets are all the way at the bottom with the utilities. So there it is. We'll put that right there. We'll put that right there. And we should have access to toilets now. Should make our life a tiny bit easier. Oh, good. We've got the lanterns turned back on, so that's good. We are under attack by a veritable shit ton of goblins. I'm going to tell you guys to hit that corner first. All right. He's going to go over there like a hero and sacrifice his life for the greater good. Actually, they're getting it done on this one. They're getting it done pretty well. I'll just let them do their own thing for the moment. I'm sure it'll be okay. Hopefully none of these goblins are, like, incredibly good at their job. There we go. So we lost 1 militia right there, but that's not too bad, all things considered, especially since it bought us, like, 400 cycles till we get hit again. So good stuff. Good stuff. Frig the goblin indeed. Frig the goblin. Alright, so they are dragging and dropping things over to here. The final job that I wanted was to have stairs up right there. I think that's going to put it like over here, which is cool, because then I can put a little alleyway right there, and that'll help them move things around. Got the lantern all nice and set up. Everything else is looking good. I wish they could recover the armor and the gear when people died. That's the only other part that I'm bummed out about right now. I really wish the armor and the gear got recovered. He's still building over there. We still have... What else? Janitor's just like, I like what I see. Continue. I have no qualms about what is currently happening. I think I can live with this. In order to save them time, it might be a good idea to put in mining faces down here too. Just along some of these. I don't have everything I need. Instead, I'll mine that out right there, and then we'll destroy the other ones. You guys don't do what I just told you to do. I know I clicked, and I know you take that kind of stuff seriously. There's nothing more serious to a dwarf than a misclick. But they should be able to mine this stuff out from down here, and that'll save them a little bit of time. I think that's the best way to do it anyways. I don't know what the shit he's doing right there. He's building something or doing something. This area, openings, it's got 2 out. Oh, it's only allowed to have 1 opening. Oh, it's because of that right there. I can't have that. Okay, so let's control-click that to get rid of the object, and unfortunately, that's not going to work. So we'll put a wall back in. I can maintain that. I just got to put it in right there. And then I can drag and drop this over to this side. It just needs to get done like right this second so that it's functional again. And that leaves us on this side with another spot where I can put in an ore face. And we can make that production line a little bit more efficient for our miners so they don't have to walk quite as far. The guys that are moving gear around, they're still going to have to move stuff for like days. And so it is what it is. On this side, bunk beds require limestone blocks. So I will put in some bunk beds. I actually think these will look better. Oops, if I do it like this. If we put them in rows. Like so. Yeah. That'll look much better. I'm happier with that aesthetically. It does take up a lot of space, and it doesn't look exactly... I could actually get another one out if I move these all up. So that's what I'm gonna do. Take those. Just mirrored as the classical music really helps sell this game, you know what I mean? It's just kind of like, I don't know, dwarves doing debauched things. Debauched things that everybody loves. You can't be a prude about it because we all like doing it. Don't lie. And so, like, you've got dwarves doing things to each other, just doing all kinds of rowdy stuff. And, you know, sometimes you gotta have some rowdy dwarf beardy sex. Rowdy dwarf beardy sex. That's gonna be the next name of my dwarvish character in D&D. Rowdy dwarf beardy sex. It's gonna be awesome. We got a while until the next batch gets here, so I'm just going to let this run for a minute and kind of let it do its thing. I do wish the torches lasted a little bit longer. That's one of my few little complaints around here. Do we have anybody else? The other thing that I'd like to have is if we could have an extra of each tool. So if we could have like a pickaxe there so that we always have one of those, a sledgehammer right there for one of those, a welding mask. We could have a hammer so that we have one of those. We also get a chisel. Just so everything is done that needs to be done. And I think a blast mask I already did. And so that final spot right there, I don't know. What am I missing for right now? We've got 3 coals. We've got a number of irons and bars and stuff like that. Oh, good. They built the privies. Fantastic. So now, on this floor, how come the queen never gets any sex? Is she past her dwarf prime? Is that why? The queen don't get no loving because she's past dwarf prime? Those subprime dwarves. I got you. I get it. We'll put that right there. We'll put that right there. We are going to need more coal storage, unfortunately, I think. We're going to need, like, a lot more coal storage. So you guys go ahead and mine that wall out right there. I'm going to expand this out one more space because we just need a lot more raw goods, in all fairness. And that kind of goes out to right there. And so we're going to keep this task running. Keep the task running for as long as possible. We've got toilets on every layer. I just want more raw materials like coal. I want more limestone blocks and stuff like that. It looks like we lost one of our blocks right there. So that's going to be another problem that we've got to learn to deal with. And it's going to be slow and steady. Slow and steady wins the race here. I think our little dwarvish society is doing pretty awesome, though. I think we're looking good. I don't think we need to expand our population unless we have, like, a devastating battle. If we have, like, a really bad battle, I think it'll get us into trouble. But aside from that, I think we'll be okay. And as soon as all the dirt is up out of here, it'll start working again. Okay, so that's all been taken care of. We got 90 cycles till a few more goblins show up. He's mining the stuff that he needs to mine off of the walls right there, which is great. I'll probably move this lantern over to here once it burns out just to make things a little easier on myself. I need another limestone block on one of these. So put a limestone block right there. I need a slab right there, so we've got a little bit more of that. Taking account, we've got 3 coal, so I need 1 more limestone slab just to make sure that we have enough of those. We've got 1 more iron ore and 1 more iron ore, and I think 1 more bar before we're good to go. And then we'll start focusing on expanding other stuff. They're getting it done slowly but surely. The work is getting completed, so that's great. They are more than likely, however, going to go ahead and take They're more than likely going to take a lot of time to get those stairs done because the stairs are like the last task. So keep that in mind as well. They are moving things around. We do have stuff getting ferried around. I don't know if we have any extra dwarves, but if we do, I'm just going to take a risk and turn them into a militiaman, which I think sounds good. I'm glad we've got automation now, though. Oh my god, that's great. The automation is fantastic. That's going to make things quite a bit easier on us, not having to like individually trigger all the random little bullshit things that our dwarves need us to do. I'm thinking coal is by far going to be the resource that we go through the fastest, and so up until we got that done, or until we get that done, I think there's going to be some time. Yeah, I don't think we have any extra dwarves right now, so once we do, it'll be a little bit easier. They're starting to move stuff around. I would definitely like to get another couple of each job just to make my life easier in the future. So we've got two miners, 2 janitors, 2 blacksmiths would be good. I think that having 2 builders would probably be a smart idea. And other than that, I think we're in good shape right now. We haven't had anything really arrive in a while, so there it is. We've done a good job. I'm proud of what we've accomplished so far. The builder's on his way over to make the stairs. We are being attacked by a horde over here. I'm going to send them over to fight on this side first. Wow, that's a big-ass horde. Good lord. That is a lot of gobos. And unless this guy is like the ultimate warrior, I doubt he's going to make it out of this one. The goblins are doing their thing. If there was an easy way to reassign the jobs we have available, I would just do that. But there's not. And so the easiest way I can see to do this is going to be to brick this in. Yeah. Don't know how we're going to do it, but I think we are frankly doomed right now. I think we are a little bit hosed. Nobody go up to the surface. That's a terrible idea, because they are goddamn everywhere. Oh, no! Oh, the fall of our great sexual dwarvish revolution has finally come. This game is called... Obviously, I think the difficulty in this game ramps up pretty quickly. This is definitely a challenge mode. I just wanted to show the game off for a little bit. If you wanted to see more plays, leave lots of likes and comments, and let me know what you want to see. I don't really have anybody that's available to fight. We did everything we could. The queen is dead. Her lineage ended. Shuffled off her mortal coil to encounter darkness and rot away. You are defeated. This is Harry Little Buggers. I'll see y'all next time. Thanks for stopping in, and hi-do, everybody. It's been a blast.